How's it going? Got 3 more drinks to try today. Just make sure everything is working. That looks good. It's public. Yeah. This looks like it's working. Cool. So we've got a little mixture of stuff. First one, Milkis Strawberry. I think this is a Korean company. Yeah, Lotte. Looked interesting. And we've got C4 Performance Energy Pink Lemonade. It's going to be intense. I'll do that one last. And then we've got Shine Water, Coconut and Lime. Nutrient enhanced water, according to them. Yep. I'm going to put Twitch into emote only mode and do my little presentation of each one. I think I'll start with the water one. I'll go down in the flavor profiles and the intensity. I mean, go up instead of down. All right. Do my little presentation, go over the nutrition facts, information about the drink, and then I'll taste it and try it, and I'll show it, taste it, try it, talk about it. They've been sitting a little while, so they're kind of sated. All right. Take a look at this Shine Water in Coconut and Lime. So they say sweetly vibrant. 16 fluid ounce, 473 milliliters. I like that kind of, I don't know what color that is. Is it teal? Looks like it. Let's go over the nutrition facts. 15 calories for the can, 20 milligrams of sodium, 5 total carbohydrates. It does have vitamin D, E, magnesium, calcium, potassium, B12, and zinc. It lists iron, but it says 0. So I'm not sure what deals with that. And for the ingredients, we have filtered water, lactic acid, potassium citrate to magnesium citrate, natural flavors, calcium citrate. Those are the vitamins, minerals. Then the zinc, the vitamin E, B2, quercetin. Anyways, I'll show it on screen. There's another ingredient in here. I looked it up when I tried one of these other Shine Water things, but it's some sort of additive, for health benefits that they think or something. A lot of these drink companies do that. So coconut lime, 16 fluid ounce, 473 milliliters. And then we've got the coconut lime, antioxidants, electrolytes, vitamin D, non-carbonated, 15 calories, 5 total carbohydrates. Got the 20 milligrams of sodium, different vitamins and minerals, D, E, magnesium, calcium, potassium, B12, and zinc. There's also iron on the list. Filtered water, lactic acid, potassium citrate, magnesium citrate, natural flavors, calcium citrate, stevia leaf extract, which is a low-calorie sweetener, sugar alternative. And then we've got the sodium citrate, zinc, vitamin E, B2, quercetin, that one, and then B12. I'll have to figure out how to pronounce that at some point if I keep reviewing these Shine Water drinks, because this is the first one I've seen that ingredient. And there's some marketing information. I'm not going to bother reading that. Yeah. All right, I think that covers the info. Now we can pop it open, try it out. Oops, some splashback. That's very milky looking, or not even milky, but opaque. Basically white. Yeah, intense looking. At least it's naturally, I don't think you can call it colored in this case, but naturally the look that it is rather than additive with food dyes and such. Looks interesting. Obviously, no carbonation. Yeah. Let's do a smell test. Oh, yeah. I definitely smell the coconut. I don't think this has actual juice in it, though. Does it have actual juice? No. So, no actual juice as far as I can tell. Do another. That's an interesting smell. That mix of coconut and then the citrusy kind of lime smell. It's different. It doesn't smell bad. It's just very unusual smelling. Anyways, again, this is the Shine Water Coconut and Lime. Let's try it out. It's pretty intense tasting. It's sour, tangy. Definitely notice the coconut and the citrusy flavors. Mm. I'm surprised that I like it. I just wouldn't expect these two to work well together for some reason. It's pretty sour. So if you like sour candies and stuff like that, I think the Shine Waters would be a good one for you. I tried another one. I can't even remember what the flavor was. I tried it recently, but it was very tangy, very sour like this one, but even more so. I mean, in a way, it's almost the sourness sometimes can start to be a little too much in some ways for me. It'll depend on your personal preferences, your taste, what you prefer and like taste wise. Yeah. The sourness is kind of the prominent thing. It overshadows the coconut and the lime a fair amount, but they are noticeable in here. There is, I would say, there is a bit of bitterness on the tail end. That's probably just from the vitamins and such. Part of the sourness, that lactic acid, I'm pretty sure that's used in some candies like Sour Patch Kids. So that's where you're going to be getting that taste profile. Yeah. Something different. So, yeah, I think this is going to be very specific to your taste preferences. At least try it out maybe and see if it's something that you can drink. Uh, Things to take note of. Again, the sweetener used here is stevia leaf extract. Maybe a little bit of the aftertaste I can notice with the stevia. It does have a distinct flavor to it usually, but there's so much going on here that it's kind of hard to notice, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not a huge fan of the flavor of stevia. And of course, it's got the vitamins and minerals in here, if that makes any difference. Whether it's a placebo or not, who knows? Adding those type of things to a drink. Uh, Obviously, it's low calorie. It's pretty low sodium at 20 milligrams. And then all of that very strong, tangy sourness to the drink. I think it's interesting and something different. I don't mind it. I don't think I would drink it super often because to me the acidity and the sourness kind of starts to go in the direction of so much so that reminds me of puke. But anyways, not really. It's just slightly. But besides that, I think it's pretty interesting, and I wouldn't mind drinking them again. So that was the Shine Coconut Lime Nutrient Enhanced Water. Okay. So I'm gonna reuse this cup here for the Milkis. So I need to clear out the acidic, citrusy drink thing. Take me a second. In comments, have you had that Shine water before? No? It is different. No. All right, that should be good. Probably should have got a actual towel instead of a paper towel. Hopefully it doesn't add a weird flavor to the cup. All right, next. Very different than the last one. Taking a look at this Milkis Strawberry from Lotte. I believe that's a Korean company. It's a tiny little can. Let's see. 8.45 fluid ounce, 250 milliliters. They say Korean's #1 cream soda. Artificially flavored, refreshing, creamy, and fizzy taste. Contains 0% juice. 130 calories for the can, so there's a lot of sugar in here. 15 milligrams of sodium, 31 total sugars, and then less than 1 gram of protein. They also have a PB65 cancer warning or California warning on here. And then that's generally what import products have to put that label on there if they don't do specific testing. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it has whatever, but they have to put it on there. In the ingredients, we have filtered water, cane sugar, carbon dioxide, powdered skim milk, citric acid, artificial strawberry flavor, artificial yogurt flavor, soybean polysaccharide, FD&C red 40. And then, of course, it contains milk and soybeans for allergy considerations. And yeah, so the distributor is in City of Industry, California, but it's produced, I would assume, actually, I don't know. It says produced by, but it doesn't specifically say it's made in Korea. I would assume so. Oh, yeah, product of Korea on the side here. All right. I'll show it all on screen again and go over everything again. It's a little easier for me to edit into a video when I do it like that. There we go. Milkis. Milkis Strawberry. And they're doing little dances or something. They're floating or jumping or not totally sure. So Korea's #1 cream soda. Refreshing, creamy, fizzy taste. 8.45 fluid ounce, 250 milliliters. Contains 0% juice, 130 calories, 15 milligrams of sodium, 31 total sugars. It's very sugary. Then we've got our ingredients: filtered water, cane sugar, carbon dioxide, powdered skim milk, citric acid, artificial strawberry flavor, artificial yogurt flavor, soybean polysaccharide with an S probably, but it doesn't have it on there. FD&C Red 40. Yeah, and it's a product of Korea. I'm honestly not thrilled with this ingredients list. It's very manufactured, very artificial. It has food coloring in here. Red 40. It's got artificial flavorings, which, whatever. I don't know the details on that, but yeah, not amazing ingredients wise. All right. You can already smell it. It's probably good. So you got the pink color to it from that Red 40 food coloring, probably whatever else. So considering it's pink instead of red, it's probably not a huge amount of food coloring because I don't see any other ones. It's just going to be that Red 40 plus all of the other ingredients mixed together. It's like the milk. Powdered skim milk. Yeah. Does look like it has carbonation. They do call it a cream soda. So that's that. Kind of foamy. Yeah. Do a smell test here. Yeah, it does have a strawberry-esque smell to it. It says no caffeine, no preservatives, no corn syrup on there. All right. Yeah, it doesn't smell bad. Anyways, again, this is the Milkis Strawberry. It's a little bit tangy, has a slight bitterness to it. It does, of course, have the powdered milk, skim milk. So you're gonna have that milkiness to it. Obviously, the milkis milkiness. Yeah. Does it taste like strawberries? It has a fruit-like flavor, I guess. I don't know if I'd specifically call it strawberry. It's not bad tasting. It's pretty nice tasting. It's pretty pleasant tasting. Um, there's some artificial yogurt flavor. There's some artificial strawberry flavor. So just imagine kind of what direction that tastes like in addition to the powdered skim milk. And the citric acid is going to add a little bit of acidity and citrusiness to it. I do think the skim milk adds a nice little bit of smoothness to it. Yeah, it's a little bit tangy, fruity. Not bad. You're not getting a huge amount of product in here. To me, it's very artificial tasting, which, no surprise, that's kind of all the ingredients. There's a huge amount of, I mean, considering the size, there's a large amount of sugar, 31 grams for a 8.45 fluid ounce, 250 milliliter can. So you're getting a lot of calories in here, 130 total. But to me, it doesn't really taste that sweet. So I'm not sure. There's like an unusual feeling to my tongue. I don't know if that's from the other drink that I just had or it's this, but it's different. I think it's from this. It's kind of a dryness in my mouth. But yeah, it's different. It's interesting. At least check it out if you're curious. I wouldn't say it tastes bad or anything. It tastes pretty decent. I'm not thrilled with the food coloring and such, and there's no natural flavors. There's no fruit in here. At least importing it, it's kind of pricey. So, other than that, at least worth checking out, I'd say, and trying is to see if you like it. Again, that was the Milkis Strawberry, and I guess it's a cream soda. Yeah. Next. Okay, this one's going to be intense. Oh, any comments, any questions? No? Okay. Anyways, next up, got trying out the C4 Performance Energy in Pink Lemonade. See right on the front of the can, 200 milligrams of caffeine. So it's going to be very intense. Zero sugar. 16 fluid ounce, 473 milliliters. Let's see what we got here. Sorry, this thing was carbonated. 10 calories. Sorry. I'm zonking out. All right. 10 calories for the can. And 0 milligrams of sodium. 0 grams of protein. It does have some potassium and B12 in here. And for the ingredients, we've got carbonated water, citric acid, malic acid, beta power, betaine, anhydrous, carnosine, beta alanine, aniline. I'll show it on screen in a second here. Potassium sorbate, preservative, calcium. Oh, no, it doesn't have calcium. Sorry, it's caffeine anhydride. Oh my gosh. Anyways, sucralose, which is a low-calorie sweetener, sugar alternative, potassium citrate, acephane potassium is also one of those low-calorie sweeteners. Natural and artificial flavor, and then B12, and it's got the 200 milligrams caffeine. So this is their big custom mix of workout performance stuff and also energy drink stuff. And this one is the one that, at least in the past, it gives you like a tingly sensation after you drink it. But I don't know if they changed that. Anyways, do a close up here. Pink lemonade, 200 milligrams caffeine, 16 fluid ounce, 473 milliliters. Oh, that's very not great on the camera. Let's see what we got. 10 calories. Got a bit of potassium and B12 in there. And then for the ingredients, see if I can make it a little easier to read. Carbonated water, citric acid, malic acid, beta power, betatine, anhydrous, hydros, and hydros. And then the carnosine, beta aniline, potassium sorbate for preservative, calcium. I keep saying calcium, but it's caffeine, sucralose, aspartame, potassium. Those are 2 low-calorie sweetener sugar alternatives. Potassium citrate, and natural and artificial flavors, and B12. Yeah. So the ingredients for a drink like this, at least on the list here, it's not crazy sounding, but I don't really know what these things are, obviously, in reality. I don't know if they mention what exactly is in those copyrighted terms. Locked in focus, B vitamin, elevated alertness, unrivaled flavor, according to them. Yeah. Is there anything else on here in the back? Caution, not intended for children or anyone under 18. Yeah, these are registered trademarks. So beta power. I wouldn't say that's a great product name. Yeah, I guess that's it. We'll just have to use our imagination what beta power is. And also carnosine. Yeah. The thing that caught my eye was this. It's like a very fruity type. I don't know. I just saw it and was like, okay, I'll try it. Anyways, let's open this thing up and see what it tastes like. I do this hopefully that the mic doesn't pick it up, but it's kind of loud. All right. Here we go. Looks pretty clear, so they don't add any artificial coloring, which is nice. You can see some of the carbonation. It almost has a very slight, like dark blue or something to my eyes here. Oh, maybe not. Huh. I think it's just the reflection of everything around. But yeah, that's what it looks like. See what it smells like. It smells very manufactured. Yeah, it smells like a not a science museum, but a research lab or like a medical institute. Uh, anyways, again, this is the pink lemonade C4. Let's try it out. It's pretty tangy, a little bit sour. There is some sweetness, or of course, with the sucralose in the isofame potassium. Always mention do your research on these low calorie sweeteners because there is a kind of mixed research of their health. So health considerations with those sweeteners. So it's good to read up on it and know what you're drinking. Uh, yeah. Does it taste like pink lemonade? I don't know. To me, it's got some sort of fruit esque flavor. It has a tanginess to it, sourness to it, but it doesn't really remind me of lemonade. I wouldn't say it tastes bad, but it is very unnatural tasting to me. Oh, it's supposed to have, at least according to the picture, it's supposed to have raspberries in it. I don't know. Since when does pink lemonade have raspberry flavor? I don't know. But I guess that's the fruitiness is like a raspberry esque flavor to it. So with this specific drink, obviously it has 200 milligrams of caffeine, so that's quite a bit. If you want to compare it to of like a cup of coffee, it's going to be around 80 to 115 from what I've read. So this obviously has a lot more caffeine than that. It's a big can, 16 fluid ounce. I think the measurement for the coffee is usually like a 12 ounce for a cup, but I'll have to read up on that at some point and confirm things. And I'm pretty sure this one, I don't, like I said, I don't know if it still happens, and I'm probably not going to stream long enough to notice, but it's kind of supposed to give you a tingly sensation. It's meant for working out. So their mix of their custom beta power and carnosine SYN is supposed to be good for workouts. So I'm obviously not going to work out, but I mean, I have some weights behind me. I could lift them for a minute or two and see if it makes a difference. But yeah, I wouldn't say it tastes bad or anything. To me, the flavor, what they are claiming, this pink lemonade doesn't really taste like, to me, it doesn't taste like pink lemonade. Yeah, it's very manufactured tasting to me, which is fine if you're just trying to drink it for the functionality of it, the caffeine and all that stuff. I don't think it's bad by any means. It's just I'm not a huge fan of the flavor or anything like that personally. All right, let me pull up my weights. Yeah, I mean that was easy, but I don't think it would affect me at this point that quickly. Yeah. So I think it's an interesting mix of marketing and who knows what's in those ingredients, and probably something you want to read up on before you drink a lot of. So so if it's something that can affect you long term, you probably just want to know beforehand. It says made in the USA using strategically sourced foreign and domestic ingredients and components. Guess we could look up this kernel sin and beta power, but maybe I'll just leave that to whoever cares. And yeah. Anyways, that was the C4 pink lemonade. Interesting one. But the whole brand, all of these are kind of the same thing. They just have different flavors. So they're pretty much meant for workouts and such. But yeah. Anyways, that was again the C4 pink lemonade. All right. Well, that's it for me for my drink reviews today. Oh. Maybe I can post an update on one of my social things about if I start tingling. I have had these before, and I have noticed it. It's been a while, so I don't know if they changed anything. But yeah, I go by Scotty Joe Food Reviews on the stuff like this, but I also do technology reviews, camera stuff. So recently, I posted a video on a tripod that a company sent me, stuff like that. So if you're into all that and in more, whenever I have other stuff, check words. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna sign out. So yeah, very fumbly today. I was gonna sign out of the YouTube one, and on YouTube I'm gonna swap to my other channel to do the editing. So it's Scotty Photon. Let's see. Yeah, I think I spelled it right.